Okay, so I was gonna do a video about something else today, but I have to talk real quick about Cory Booker. If you've been watching the news, everybody is trying to figure out how Cory Booker went from being the smoothest cat in town to suddenly looking like Lana Del Rey on SNL. And I have a theory about why this happened. Now, I like Cory Booker, just like everybody else. He's very likable. He sounds great on most issues. But one of the keys to his success is he's always been like this with Wall Street and the financial sector. There's a great piece at Salon.com by Steve Kornacki that breaks down how those financial sector private equity people are Cory Booker's people from way back, and their money is a big part of what got him here. So right now, when Cory Booker is working as a surrogate for Obama and Obama is attacking Romney on his private equity career, Cory Booker feels conflicted. Even though everybody who runs against Romney talks about his private equity career, that's what you're supposed to talk about, that's what Romney talks about, Cory Booker still feels like he's stuck between conflicting allegiances, and he feels like he needs to give a little shout out to his private equity people and let them know he's still down. And okay, I guess that's how politics works, but where Cory Booker messed up is, instead of just coming right out and saying that, instead of going on Meet the Press and saying, real quick shout out to my Young Money Clique and my old money clique, everybody with money clique, I'm still down. Instead of just doing that and being straightforward, Cory Booker basically tried the old condoms in the drugstore trick. You know the old cliche where a guy feels awkward about buying condoms, so he grabs a bunch of other random stuff and puts it on the counter next to the condoms so they don't stand out? Instead of just being straightforward about throwing a bone to private equity people, he tried to slip it in without people noticing by mixing it with a bunch of other points at the same time. I just have to say that I am offended by a whole bunch of things right now. I'm offended by this and that, Jeremiah Wright, private equity. I'm nauseated by this whole campaign, especially private equity. Are you with me, America? And of course, just like it never works at the drugstore, this just made it 10 times more awkward for Cory Booker. It made it look like he thinks discussing Bain Capital is the same as discussing Jeremiah Wright. It made it look like he was condemning Obama's entire campaign strategy. It made everything 10 times more awkward than it would have been if Cory Booker just came out and said, I have allegiances to the private equity world and I think we should be fair to them. So I guess the lesson is that in politics, you have to know how to balance these competing allegiances. You have the allegiance to your party, you have the allegiance to the people who voted you in, and you have the allegiance to your bankroll. And if you don't know how to finesse that balance, your allegiance to the bankroll can easily knock your allegiance to the party and your allegiance to the people out of whack. Cory Booker clearly has not totally figured out how to finesse that balance. And I don't think that means we need to give up on him. Maybe he'll figure out that balance as he goes along, maybe he won't. But I guess for now, we can take it as a reminder that as long as we have this system that makes every politician need an allegiance to some big ass bankroll, even the most promising politicians we have are gonna wind up doing some things that nauseate us every once in a while.